Well, I'm speaking to Carina Gommers, is that correct?
Yes.
Fabulous, the ECTA President
Yes.
at ECTA in Dublin. Thank you very much for speaking to me today.
You're welcome.
How are you finding the conference so far?
I find it very interesting. I'm happy we started our academic sessions today because that's also very important for us. And that is also, of course, where everybody wants to get the latest information. And we, of course, had a busy day yesterday with committee meetings and supervisory board meetings. And that all went well. So far, everything is on track and going very well.
Brilliant. Right, so we'll dive straight in with these questions.
Okay.
This year's theme for the conference is the green light for growth, which is obviously all tied in with our wonderful venue. Why did ECTA feel that it was the right message for the IP community in particular right now?
I think it's not only for the IP community as a whole, but specifically also it's tied into ECTA and to what we think is important. Because, well, it's the green light for growth. So you have actually the component of the sustainability. And I know it's a less popular topic now geopolitically, but we still think it's an important topic to keep on the agenda. And this we want to have transparent in our academic sessions, but also in how we organize the conference. For instance, we try to minimize on using means of transport and really try to be responsible, not only as an IP practitioner or as an ECTA member, but as a participant, as a person actually.
Yeah.
So that is very important for us. That's close to our heart. But also, since we're also in Ireland, technology is, of course, in Dublin, you have a lot of tech companies.
Yeah.
And we also wanted that to be intertwined because, of course, the advancement in technology is also very important, and it's ever more rapid, this advancement. So we wanted to combine these two ideas because also we think they are interconnected. It is important to advance technology, but it is also important to still emphasize and to stand still with sustainability elements, because we know that also all the AI and all the technology is also a cause of issues in terms of sustainability. So that is the thinking behind the slogan.
Fabulous, brilliant. And Dublin is a city where heritage and innovation kind of smash together quite a lot. In a way, this mirrors the evolution of the IP landscape, where traditional approaches to IP and enforcement are influenced by a rapid and borderless evolution of the digital economy, AI, basically. How does ECTA contribute to the discussion around these developments?
Of course, AI is front and center in every conference,
Yeah.
but indeed, as you said, this mix of tradition and future and evolution. We had that in our very first session already today, where João Negrão also said how we should only not look at the future, but also a bit to the past and learn from the past.
Yeah.
And I think also in terms of AI, for instance, we should look at the change, but also look at both sides of it. Look at the opportunities that we have as IP holders now, and as IP practitioners, a lot of efficiency gains by all the AI tools that we can use. But on the other side, we see also that counterfeiters, infringers use AI tools, and that with the more digital world, as we see, it is more difficult to enforce your rights. So there is always this both sides of the coin, and I think from an ECTA perspective, it's always important to see the balance and to see both sides of the coin, and to have an in-depth discussion on that, and to learn from that, to devise better strategies when you get home after the conference and have to advise your clients.
Absolutely. And I mean, since we're already on the topic of AI, and it's continuing to reshape IP, I mean, the conversations around how it can be useful and what it means and basically the long-term impact are ongoing, obviously, and there's no particularly solid legal guidelines to that just yet, but hopefully it won't be long until there are. How can organisations such as ECTA support IP professionals in understanding and addressing the evolving challenges around AI-assisted branding elements, AI-driven counterfeiting operations, that kind of thing?
So what I think is important, and as you say, it's evolving, it's rapidly evolving. So tomorrow this will be very dated, maybe already. You see a lot of AI tools. Also, we had that also in one of the sessions that somebody referred to these legal tech fairs, where you see a lot of IP tools, new AI tools. And I think ECTA as an association and through events like this is really a learning opportunity for everyone to get to know what tools are out there, but also maybe to get inspiration about how to be more efficient while not losing out of sight that these AI tools can also create issues, not only from a trademark IP rights holder perspective, but also for trademark practitioners or IP lawyers, because we've seen careless use of AI. So I think what is important is that we try to get a good knowledge of the tools that are out there and how AI can help, but that we remain very analytical in our approach as well, so that we always take in the end the human decision and be very careful how we embrace it. So I think we must embrace the change and we must evolve, but we need to be doing that in a very considerate way, so that in the end you take the decision as a human being.
Yes.
And be very vigilant of what you get as a result from these AI tools.
Absolutely. And I think one of the aspects that people particularly find difficult is sort of owning up to when they've made a mistake with that and then learning from and building on it. I mean, there are so many fantastic exhibitors here as well, showing all the different AI tools that they've created, probably off the back of something that went a little bit wrong not too long ago. But I mean, that's how humans learn best, I would imagine.
Yes, indeed. But that is also, I think, very human, that if you make a mistake, you're not going to open up immediately and say mea culpa. Although I think, it's you learn more from the mistakes you make than from when everything goes well and you don't make any mistakes, because these things linger and then you try another approach. So it's just what is it? Failing is the first attempt in learning, they always say. So I think that's important as well.
That's a good one. Yeah, fantastic. So looking ahead, what key developments do you believe will have the greatest impact on IP professionals and brand owners for this coming year?
Well, I think AI will continue to have that effect, and then I think it's very different in where you specifically look at. I think in terms of the specific rights, I think, well, the design rights have been now very much on focus because we have the design package, but I still think there is more work to do. So raising that design awareness, I would hope that continues for practitioners. From a patent perspective, it will be to see the UPC and this long arm jurisdiction, and also now with the mediation center, more that is focused on patents. So there is different things and different elements, but all in all, I think one of the other, and certainly in the short term, but hopefully also in the long term, will be also this IP valuation, because this is really important, I think, for the European economy, for European competitiveness. And this is really a methodology, this IP valuation, that we need in Europe to further be able to innovate, to have these startups, scale-ups. And I think IP, of course, and IP practitioners have an important role, but we now need to reach out to the broader financial world who doesn't necessarily have this knowledge of IP. So I think that is one of the key challenges also in the short, mid-term.
Absolutely. So I hear we're coming towards the end of your term as president.
Yes.
Well, what is the takeaway that you hope delegates will take home from Dublin from this conference? And I'll add on a little bit. What are you going to take home from your time as president?
Oh, wow. It is indeed coming to an end tomorrow evening. First, the delegates. I think ECTA, as a conference and as an association, we want two things for our delegates. We want them to be better informed practitioners by means of having these discussions in the committees and by the academic sessions, but we also want to have them better connected, because well, we have several jurisdictions here, EU based, but also outside of the EU, and to come to ECTA events, you leave indeed better informed, but you always meet new people, or you see people that you've been working with for over 10 years or over 20 years, and this is really an association where we call it the ECTA family, but it is really that feeling that also if you go home and you practice and you have a legal issue and you think, yeah, but we're talking about that, and in France there was the system that you can just pick up the phone, very old-fashioned, or go on a Teams call and discuss that and get inspiration. But also if you have a client that needs assistance in another jurisdiction, that you can with full trust say, okay, I can refer this case to this person. So that is really the value that I hope we can bring to the delegates of this event and all other ECTA events, actually.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
And for me, what I take home, no, it's been a very enriching experience. There has been a lot of investment in time, but I really got to see also another side of the IP world. You get to go to other types of meetings. You meet other people that as a lawyer you do not necessarily meet in your private practice. So it's been very enriching, and well, now it's time for change, because it wouldn't be good if you stay too long, I think, in this position, because the association needs to evolve. You need new ideas, you need new inspiration, and I think 2 years in the presidency is ideal. I would think 1 year is too short to really make a difference or to create something and build upon something. I think 2 years is ideal. So I'll be happy to pass the baton or the medal tomorrow evening during the gala dinner.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to me today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
I will. Thank you very much.